Okay, so I had a private message from somebody wanting to know how to cut certain shapes out of certain shapes. You know, say if you've got a square and you want to cut like a little bit out of it, they wanted to know how to do that in Blender. So when you first load up Blender, this is what you're going to deal with, because this, if you want to start modeling for Farming Simulator 22 and the likes, you're going to have to get to grips with Blender. And if you want to make certain shapes and have things cut out and all that kind of thing, this is what you're going to need to do. And like I said in the Giants engine videos, which I have got a load more pre-recorded tutorials for that, they will be coming out periodically. But this is what you're going to get. As soon as you start, this box will pop up here. Just click anywhere on the screen, that will get rid of it. So right now, what I want you to do, hold the left mouse button, click and drag over this image here, which is the camera. I want you to delete that. The same here with the light. Hold left click, scroll over it and delete. That will leave us with this cube right here. So, if you want to scale an item, you want to make this square bigger, on your keyboard, if you press S for sugar, that is the scale key. Now on your mouse, all you got to do is move it left or right, up and down, however big you want this. Here we go. As you can see, it's making this cube bigger. But just say I wanted like a little bit of a circle or a square going all the way through. I want this to be a square, but I want to be able to have a box seeing all the way through it. Well, the easiest way, and I will show you, if we go up here in the top left, you'll see one that says move. I'm just going to move this up. It's like Giants Engine with the blue, green and red mover markers, as you can see. Blue, obviously up and down. You've got red, which is left and right, and then you've got, obviously, you get it. Same again is R for rotate. There we go, you can rotate it, like R on the keyboard. But we want to cut out a certain area of this, so how do we go about doing that? Well, here is the cube. What I want you to do is I want you to go up into the top left corner where it says add. I want you then to go down to where it says, get across, add, there we go, where it says mesh. There's plane. Plane is basically flat. It's like a flat piece of paper. You've got cube, obviously given it's a cube. You've got circle, which is a circle. UV sphere is obviously a sphere. You get it. You know, cylinder, cone. You get what all those are. So let's just say I wanted to, like we were saying, I want to cut a square out of a square. As you can see, I've just added by going. Let's just delete this one, and we'll do that again so you can see. If we go on to add, then go down to where it says mesh, go across, and then go down to where it says cube. If we click on that, it will add another cube just in here. So if I move this, there we go. Here is the new cube we just added. There it is. And say I wanted to cut another square out of this big square. How do I go about doing that? My tutorials are going to be long, but they're going to be very, very visual, because I'm one of those people that are visual. So what you want to do is up in the left hand corner, you've got these here. It says box, select box, cursor, move, rotate and scale. All these here, transform, annotate, measure and add cube. I mean, you could add cube that way. But what I want you to do is I want you to go on the one that says scale. Oh, there we go. And I want you to make this a little bit bigger than the cube, a little bit smaller, sorry, than this cube right here. So there we go, that will do. And I want you to make it longer than this side here, longer than this face. So what we'll do is, there we go, we've made it longer now. So then here in the top left, if we go on to where it says move, I want you to move it within the first square that we put in, so it looks like this. As you can see, let's just go in. There we are. It looks like this, like a child's block, you know. There we go. That's what we have. But how do we get this block here to go all the way through, so this big block has the hole through it? Well, what I want you to do is, let's come off this, the big initial first block, the one that you want to have the hole in, I want you to select that block right there. So there we go, we've got the big block selected that we want to have the hole in. The shape you want to have the hole in, make sure that is the one that is selected. So what you do, literally just highlight over which one you want and then left click, and that will select it. But if you have given them names up here, then obviously you can click this way, cube, then cube 1. So what we do, we have our big square or cube selected, the one that we want to have the hole taken out of. Then what we will do, in the right hand corner you'll see one down here. There's like a little spanner or a little wrench. What I want you to do is I want you to click on that, and here it should say cube, add modifier. The only reason it says cube here is because this is what it is known in the top right hand corner. If you have named it something else, like if you're making a base or a floor or a wall, you've named it wall, obviously it's going to say wall here, which is obviously a given. But we'll get through more tutorials in that at another point. It's just somebody wanted to know how to do this, so this is what we're doing right now. So what I want you to do with our box, our big cube selected still, I want you to click on add modifier. And then under where it says generate, there should be one that says Boolean. Here we go. It is the third down. We've got array, bevel, and Boolean. I want you to select Boolean. That then should bring up this here in the right hand side. It says cube, Boolean. It'll then say apply all, delete all, viewport viz, and toggle stack. And then just underneath, intersect, union, difference, object. You get it, all this. So what I want you to do, in this box here that is blue and highlighted, if it isn't blue and highlighted, you can still see Boolean, intersect, union, and difference. I want you to make sure that it says difference. I mean, you can select these, intersect, union, and difference. Make sure difference is selected. What's that is going to do, it's going to take the difference of one object away from another. So we've got the big cube, and we want to take away another cube. So that is the difference of the original cube. You get it. Basically taking away one from the other. So, operand type object, which is what's selected. What I want you to do is where it says object, and you've got this with the little eyedropper, I want you to select the little eyedropper, and then I want you to select the object that you want to use to do the cut. So for us it would be cube 001, the long one that is going through our object. So what I want you to do is select on that, and that will then say cube 001 is the object. Okay? So, let's go through this again. We'll close the modifier, and we'll do it again, just to make sure. So, what we do is we make sure the big cube is selected, the one that we want to have the area cut out. We click on add modifier. We go down in generate to where it says Boolean, and then make sure the one that says difference is selected. It will be highlighted in blue. There is these two, but we don't need to worry about those for now. Make sure the one that says difference is selected and highlighted in blue. Where it says object and we've got the eyedropper, click on the eyedropper, and I want you to select the object that you are using to make the cut. Not that is getting it, but is making the cut. So for us, it would be the long one that we put through our initial cube. So we would select that, and down here it will say, you know, I mean, the cube that we're using to cut, we could give that a name, call it cutter, to make it easier to find in here. But it's fine, use the eyedropper and it will do it that way. What I then want you to do is up here, there is this little arrow. There's the 4 little boxes, which is edit mode. We've then got real time. We've then got render. And just at the side of it is a little arrow pointing down. I would like you to select that one and then click on apply. So what that will do, that will apply the boolean of the object. Then what I want you to do is up here or here, I want you to delete the object that you made the cut with, the object that is being used to make the cut. Okay, so for us that would be this big long box, long, you know, cube going through the cube that we wanted to have the cut. So here we go, cube 1. So what we do is we delete that, and what that will do then is that will leave us with the cut. There it is. Look at that, we have the cut through. I mean, there are many ways you can do things like this. I mean, we can add the same principle to a cylinder. Let's just move this across so the example is still there. So now let's do a cylinder. We've done the cube, we've cut an area out of the cube. So how do you do a cylinder? Well, here we go, same again in the top left where it says add. Then go down to mesh. We'll then select cylinder. There we go. There is the cylinder. Let's just move it up. There we go, there it is. What we want to do is we want to make this bigger, so you can either on your keyboard press S for snake and then use your mouse to scroll, obviously, the scale of it. We will just do that for now. Wrong button. So let's move this up so we can see. There we go, we have a cylinder. So we want to cut a cylinder out of a cylinder. So you can either go like we did with the add, mesh, cylinder, we can do that. But if you want the exact copy of this item, what you can do is, with this item, if you have the item selected that you want to copy, if you hold left control and press C for copy, and then press left control V for Victor, you can see in the right hand corner it says cylinder 001. If we go on the move tool and then we pull it across, as you can see, we now have a duplicate of this. There is a quicker way, but this is the way I do it. So what we want to do is we want to cut out a cylinder from a cylinder. So we'll go into the left where it says scale. We can press that. We'll make this one shorter, skinnier, but longer. There we go. It is a lot longer now. There we are. As you can see, one is wider than the other. So let's go on to the move tool. This is classed as the cutter. This is classed as the object that we're going to be cutting it out from. So here we go. Grab this. Wherever you want to put this, you can. I'm just going to do in the center for this tutorial. As you can see, there is that. If you want to go like a bird's eye view, if you press 7 on your number pad, that will put you above the object. So as you can see, there we go. We can put it there, there, but for now, just for tutorial purposes, we've put it there. There you go. As you can see, that is what it looks like. A janky rolling pin. You get it. But there it is. So, what I want you to do is the object that you want to cut the shape out of, I want you to select that. So for us, it is going to be the really big cylinder. Then, if it isn't selected, on the right hand side, I want you to go down again to the modifier properties. It's the one that looks like a wrench or a spanner. Click on that. That will come up then with cylinder, or the name of whatever you have called it, in the top right hand corner. I would like you to go down, and where it says add modifier, I would like you to select that. Again, in generate, third one down, we're going to select boolean. And this, like last time, is what's showing up. We want to make sure that the one that says difference is selected. There it is. And object, where the little eyedropper is, select the eyedropper, and we are then going to select the item that you are using again to make the cut. So for us, it's the long cylinder going through, so we will select that. So if you've got all these with different names, it's going to say that. But right now, cylinder 001 is the long one going through, which is the object that's going to be making the cut. Then what we do again, the little arrow facing down, I would like you to select that, then click on apply. And what that will do, that will apply the boolean and make the cut. Then what I want you to do is select the item that you used to make the cut and delete it. So as you can see, there we go. We now have a cylinder with the cut out of it. There it is. How beautiful is that? So there we go. That is the easy way to make a cut. Let me just rotate this way so you can see. There we go. But look at that. Easy way to make cuts. I hope this video has helped, this tutorial, whatever you want to call it, to show you just how to make cuts. I mean, you can use a square, cut the edges out, cut the corners out, in the middle of it. It's that easy. But I hope this did help. You want to learn anything else, whether it be Giants Engine, Blender, I mean even Unreal Engine 5, let me know down in the comments and I will see what I can do. I do have a lot of requests right now for certain things in Blender and Giants Engine. So yeah, I've already made those. They'll be coming out pretty soon. But I hope this helped. Till then, have a fantastic day. Stay safe, and I will see you all in the next one. See you all then.